Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode we're going to be doing a complete radiator overhaul. New radiator, new coolant, new pipes and new thermostat and housing, so get keen for that. This has been a highly requested video, so I hope you guys enjoy. We have a special guest coming to help us out today, who will be arriving soon. Mick is going to be giving us a hand for this one. Before we get too far into it, don't forget you can head to the website to get yourself a shirt, a slap sticker or a windscreen banner as well. Links in the description below. Get on it. And now it's time to work on my piece of shit. So the first thing that we're going to attack, just to make this all a lot easier, we're just going to take the radiator shroud off. Now the radiator that I've got, I think it appears to have the mount to take the shroud, which is great, so that I don't have to run it without the shroud. But we're going to take the shroud off, just sit it back, so that, essentially we'll be able to take the pipes off, just pull the radiator out, slip the new one in, pipes on. Let's get cracking. We've taken the top clips off. I think there's only 2 screws that hold the shroud on, so we've done that. I'm about to undo the bung, obviously just using a Phillips head screwdriver. Can you put enough thread on it? Oh. Excellent! Don't you drink that. So that's just draining out. It's going to crack the top one. And now it's coming out a little more force. Now that'll take a while to drain out as well. There'll be plenty of coolant in the system, so...
It's on camera, so I'm good.
Too late? Alright, so we are going to just take off these clips now. We've let quite a bit of it drain out. You can see it's mixed in there. That's not naturally what my coolant looks like. There was oil in the bottom of that canister. So that's why it looks a little bit gross. So, multi-grips. There we go. And leave in the comments if we want a rig rundown on Mick's NP300.
Sounds good to me.
Make it happen. We got to make a camping trip happen.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Delicious. Oh, look at that burnt coolant. Alright, through my alternator. Awesome. And don't forget the bottom two as well. Oh, that was still pretty full. Now this pipe here did leak quite a bit when we took it out, so just be prepared for a little bit of splatter. Made a bit of a mess, but that's fine. We are just going to disconnect it this side now on the radiator. So the lower pipe is done. We've pulled it out. It is there. That shroud sitting back. We should have enough room to get the old radiator out and get a new one in. So we have just gotten rid of quite a lot of dirt. There was a lot of dirt in there. Yeah, I wasn't looking at that. I'm looking at different issues, this and that, going, why is my car getting hot? I probably should have just looked at the radiator fins. We're now looking at taking the thermostat off. So we're just going to do that. There's a couple of bolts there. Is it 2 or 3?
3.
Looks like 3, yeah. So there'll be 3 bolts there. Just your standard ratchet. What size? What?
12 mil.
12 mil. There we are, this one. So obviously using extensions or uni joints, whatever you need to get these 3 off, but there is 3 there that we need to get off. Imagine being a radiator specialist.
Oh, imagine being a mechanic. I got the certificate, but...
Surely I get myself a bigger alternator. In doubt, swap it out.
Swap it.
So we've just undone the thermostat housing, see if we can get a light in there. There we are, there it is. Now when we took that off, a heat just spewed out, so just be careful, have a bucket kind of somewhere under there. And it literally just pulls out like that. Well, there you go, Bob's your uncle.
Always want to make sure that edge down there is perfectly clean so the O-ring can actually seal on that edge. That is your sealing edge, so always make sure there's no corrosion on there and you should be right.
So we've also just said that one looks completely aftermarket, not genuine. So we're using a genuine piece, but...
Be a lot better quality anyway, so...
I almost just put it... Jesus, what a shit of a thing. Lovely! Thermostat in! Yeah, that's it. We're gonna do a trip. Yeah, we're definitely doing a trip.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Even local.
Yeah.
Or Crumber.
Yeah, I'm in.
That really twisted your arm, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did that really hurt?
My arm hurts, yeah.
You know what, honestly.
If you guys want to see that, drop that in the comments below. So being very cautious not to bump fins and things on sharp objects and shit while lowering it down. A little bit of fitting issue with the shroud. So these two little bits aren't clicking into the bottom of the radiator. Whoever's done that's welded them or drilled the hole just a fraction out. This tiny little, that little tiny notch just there. Just a fraction out. So we're just taking it down a little bit. Good to go?
Yep. Good to go.
That's not going to fit, eh?
No, we need some bolts there, mate.
We do.
That's why you put the track in.
Oh, we do? So just double checking as well when you put these in that the length doesn't touch the radiator. Alright, so that one is not going to go. That's better. Look at that. She's in 10 mil. Lovely. And that one's not touching.
Neither is that one.
Very good. Okay, hose is on. Now quickly just giving all that kind of crap a clean off as well. Just wire brushing that.
We'll put an intake right there. Only Nissan will do that.
I feel like they've got a lot to answer for a lot of things on this car.
And mine. It's a new car, but you still got to work on it.
Still part of the Nissan experience. Also, just a heads up, we've just discussed that we should have cleaned that off while we had the bottom one. We should have cleaned that stuff off while we had it off, because now it's a little bit awkward, but we'll do the best we can. But yeah, just for future reference for you guys, clean that one while you have it off. Just take a little bit of sand. I've just got a sanding block, a little foam sanding block. As you can see there, that's doing the job. But yeah, do it while you're taking it off. Yeah, much easier.
Much easier.
Oh, you even got the Navara gear stick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me one of those.
Just like car. Yeah. Super cheap's not far away for you. This is lemon, Barry.
Yes, lemon. The dangers of going to super cheap. Actually,
that would really help when you lose a bolt.
Really, yeah.
And check your brake pads.
Hoses are in this one.
Aha. Chuck them on, they won't rust.
Yeah.
Good idea. We don't want Navara to rust.
God knows everything else will go wrong before that does.
I got the Kings. Not Kings. All for Venture. Got a membership at all? All good. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Yep. Kid in the candy shop.
Yeah, mate.
Is that Links Africa? Oh, sure. Links Africa.
Does it smell any good?
Yeah.
Whoa,
so today we're doing an install on a Links Africa.
Nah, sorry, this is next level. Look, you have to open up and put it in.
This is above our pay grade.
That's. I can do a radiator, but I don't know about this.
We ended up opting for the stainless steel rings, just so that it doesn't rust out like the rest of the car will. So when everything else is dead, I'll at least know that these will still be here.
That's it.
Alright, so that is the majority of what's getting done today done. I have got to go set up for a gig. So Mick is going to come back tomorrow and we are going to finish up this. It looks nice and shiny. I put my fingerprints all over it. We are going to, just remember, put this back, hose this back on nice and tight, bottom two, make sure they're nice and tight. Yeah, lovely, that's everything done. We'll fill it up with coolant tomorrow and we will, bleed it all out,
yep.
The air out of the system. Cool, lovely. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow.
Oh,
and welcome back. This is day number 2. We have Mick back in the shed with us as well. We're actually going to be doing
a reverse flush.
A reverse flush. So that is going to empty all the coolant out of the block.
Yep, and nicely clean it out, get all the nasties out of it.
Before we go putting it through the new radiator and thermostat. So, excellent. So what do we need to do that?
Well, remove your top heater core hose, undo that, shove your hose up there and just let it clean itself out. That's pretty all you can do.
So that top one just there. Yep. Alright, we're going to take that one off. Yeah. Alright, so we're now doing the reverse flush. I'm just going to put your old faithful garden hose from Bunnings. So see here, from those two pipes. It's all coming out. That was green for a moment, but it's obviously gotten all the coolant out. And so I've just stuck that hose in that top hose that we took off as well to get all of that out too. And again, so the idea of this is so that we get out all the old coolant, all that kind of the grime and stuff. Yeah. All that kind of crap, so that we don't just run it through our brand new radiator. And seeing over there as well, all of that green stuff that's coming out. Again, that is just more coolant from the system. Alright, so we've got hoses back on, top and bottom. We have also put the hose, don't forget to put the hose over the other side back on as well. Just that one there, again, for those who may not have seen, I don't have a lot of lighting here, but just that top hose, just there is the one that needs to come off. We are now about to, we've got a heap of coolant, so we are going to pop all of that in now. So basically, in order to do this next bit, we are just going to, we've just taken the cap off that, we are just going to fill this up until it's full, and then we are going to crank the engine and get it running. So that the engine warms up and the thermostat opens and all the coolant can start to run through.
And get all the air bubbles out of it.
Yep, so bleed the air bubbles out.
Yep.
That's how we are going to attack this. So, let's get moving.
Let's go. I'll miss a little bit, then I'll be right.
Finals are one of those things that I just never clean them, and therefore when I go use it again, I'm like,
no. Go this way.
Let's see if it actually starts. One thing after the other at the moment. Please make sure you're in neutral.
Make sure your heater's on.
Yep, heater's on. Yep, if you didn't hear that, Mick just said make sure your heater's on. Listen to that belt slap. Now, so in this model Navara, don't forget that most of us do have that preheat switch. That will just get the engine a little bit warmer up to operating temperature a little bit quicker. So utilize that while you've got it. But like I said, the idea of this is that the engine itself will warm up to operating temperature, at which point the thermostat will open and start to take that coolant through, and we'll keep topping it up as it drains through and into the block. So we've just had a heap of the coolant spill out from the top here as a result of the thermostat opening. So it's all going through now, and we're just kind of filling it up as it depletes, and we're just going to keep doing this until the whole system's full. Give all the hoses a good squish, get all the air bubbles out, and that is all done. We're just going to hose off the engine bay and any... Oh, yep, there's a fan there. We're just going to hose off any of the water, or sorry, any of the coolant that we did spill during the process. All right, that is everything done. We have officially finished up. So we've bled all the air out of the system. That is all good to go, so we'll just take it for a test run. Well, actually, kind of...
Can't do it right now.
Can't do it right now. At the moment, we've actually got no engine code, but we are in limp mode. I think I've got an issue with the suction control valve, or SCV. But we have also cleaned out the MAF sensor, which I've been told can also do it as well, without throwing a code. So there'll be no test run today. I will leave in the comments below. I will update a couple of weeks after this video is released. If there's been a drop in my ECTs. It was running quite hot, but I also have a sneaky suspicion we may have found the reason we were running a little bit hot. So, but if there's been any significant change in the ECTs, I will let you guys know. Big shout out to Mick for actually coming in and helping me do this.
No troubles at all, mate.
Hopefully we get Mick on the channel a little bit more. Someone who actually knows what they're talking about will benefit both me and you. But huge thank you to Mick for coming out. We've got to organise a camping trip soon.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget you can follow Mick. Is it MNM Adventures? There, right there. Give that a follow. That's Mick. That is his Navara NP300, an absolute weapon. Don't forget you guys can go to the link in the description below to get yourself an Adventure Prone 4x4 t-shirt, slap sticker, windscreen banner, whatever floats your goat. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.